What's up guys, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Ace Noguera, and in this video, I'm going to give you a rundown of my brand new vlogging setup featuring the brand new Fujifilm XS10. I'm going to give you a complete breakdown of each individual component and why I decided to pick that for my vlogging setup. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, starting with the brains, the body. That is the Fujifilm XS10. Now, up until now, I've been vlogging with the X-T4, which is what this is currently being filmed on. However, now I switched to the XS10 for a few reasons. One of the biggest ones being the fact that it is so small and compact, makes it really easy and light to travel with, because that was one thing that I really hated about the X-T4 in comparison to the XS10. It's quite big, quite heavy, and clunky to lug around, and your arm does get tired after a bit, whereas with this smaller size, lighter weight, just makes it a lot easier to just kind of carry around without any issues or much fatigue. Now, despite its small size and the fact that it can shoot 120 and even 240 frames per second, I love the fact that it also has a flip out screen. This is pretty essential when you're vlogging because it allows you to frame up your shot, make sure your settings are correct before you hit that record button. Which brings me to the next point. This is actually really cool feature that they added to this camera that the X-T4 didn't have, which was a dedicated record button for video. On the X-T4, you needed to actually switch into that mode, whereas this one, it's kind of nice because I don't have to switch modes if I wanted to take a still. Right then and there, I just have to click the shutter button and I'm good to go. Or if I want to switch to video, just quickly click that record button and I am good to go. Now, enough of the camera body itself, let's jump onto the lens. This is probably not going to be very popular, especially in the vlogging world. A lot of people tend to resort to zooms. I, however, like to use primes. I don't find myself really shooting in situations where I need to zoom much. So I am actually shooting on the Fujinon 16mm f1.4, and I love shooting with a lens like this because it's really fast, very versatile in a lot of situations, and I just really like that shallow depth of field that I get in my vlogs when I shoot on this. And in front of the lens, I have a Moment VND filter. This is your ND from 4 all the way to ND32. So I have quite a wide range to darken the image should I need to when I'm outside shooting. This allows me to shoot at a very shallow f-stop. I have no problem stopping down to about a 1.8 and still get a good exposure for the video itself. So this tends to be really all that I need. I don't particularly love shooting all the way at 1.4 simply because I think it's a little too shallow and it's not the sweet spot for this lens. I think the sweet spot around f2, it gives you the sharpest image possible, so I tend to stick around f2 or 1.8. And at the top of the camera, you can see this fuzzy bouncing thing. That is the Deity D4 Duo Mic. I absolutely love this thing. When I saw that Deity was coming out with it, I had to get it. The fact that it has two mics built into one is a game changer for me because it allows you to basically get great audio no matter what angle you are filming at. So if I'm filming myself or if I turn around quickly and start talking and asking somebody else a question, for example, it also has a mic on the back end which will also pick up audio from the person behind the camera and somebody in front of it. Now, one thing to keep in mind though is it picks up on left and right channel, so you will need to edit in post the audio channels just to make it sound proper, but it is a phenomenal feature, something I use all the time. You could actually switch it if you want to just be the front or just be the back or both, whatever suits your shooting style. So a lot of the times if I find myself in a situation where I'm going to be using the back mic a lot as well as the front, you know, in real time you could literally just click that toggle switch and switch between the channels. Another huge reason why I love this mic is the fact that it is passive. So as soon as I turn the camera, the mic is ready to go. So it's not something I need to worry about physically turning on the power for the mic, because I've done that quite a few times with the old mic that I was using. That one was active and I would forget to turn on the mic itself and I'd be finished shooting a shot and the audio was crap because I forgot to turn it on. So just for peace of mind, something like this, absolutely awesome. Can't go wrong with it. And this is all being powered by Wasabi Batteries. I've been using Wasabi Batteries probably for like over 10 years now. Absolutely love them. It's a hell of a lot of bang for the buck and a great alternative to the OEM batteries that are significantly more expensive. And last but not least is the Manfrotto Evo 2 tripod. I love this thing for a few reasons. One of them being its little knob right here makes it extremely easy to lock down without much torque at all, and it is locked and good to go. It can hold a massive ton of weight without any issue, and the legs are extendable, which huge game changer, because this allows you to really put it on surfaces that may be uneven. You know, there's just a bunch of different uses for it. Now, the biggest issue that I've actually had though with this is the fact that when you hold it like this, if you don't really have any sort of modifications on it, it is pretty slippery, and obviously that's pretty dangerous. You don't want to be dropping your camera. So what I did was I actually wrapped some gaff tape around the base here and kind of just like scraped it up to give a little bit more grip. But besides that, I mean, the tripod is amazing. It holds a ton of weight, and you really can't go wrong, especially for the price. I used to have the Joby flexible tripod, but the problem with that is after a while, the joints start to lose its grip, and so it gets really floppy and no longer really holds weight. And once again, that's also pretty dangerous because you can set it up and it could just fall over. It's happened to me quite a few times, but I decided to shy away from that type of design, and after trying a few different mini tripods, this seems to be the best and work best for me. I think I would modify the my grip here a little differently. I'm still toying with ideas. If maybe you have an idea, leave it down below. I'd love to hear it. But aside from that, I think this tripod is absolutely amazing for the money. And guys, that is going to wrap up the video here. I hope you enjoyed my rundown of the new vlogging setup. I'm super stoked to take it out, capture some really dope stuff for you guys, so stay tuned for that. If you are not subscribed, consider doing so. Guys, I come out with new content for you every single week. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It really does help the channel continue to grow. And with that said, thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.